Australia's outback is a land of immense scale and profound silence. It's a place where the earth stretches to a horizon that just seems to go on forever. Here, under a canopy of stars that shine brighter than almost anywhere else on Earth, a remarkable mystery unfolds. For generations, folks have spoken of these strange hovering lights that appear in the dead of night. They call them the Min Min lights. These aren't the familiar lights of a distant car or a farmhouse. They're something else entirely, an elusive and ghostly presence that's puzzled travelers, stockmen, and scientists alike for over a century, becoming a deep and wonderful part of the continent's folklore. The first documented sighting of these lights by a non-indigenous person is often traced back to the Min Min Hotel, which once stood near the town of Boulia in Queensland. The story goes that a stockman saw a bright, shimmering light near the local cemetery one night in the early 1900s. Frightened, he fled on his horse, but the light seemed to follow him for a great distance. Since that day, countless similar stories have been told. People from all walks of life, from seasoned outback residents to curious tourists, have reported seeing these inexplicable lights. They appear without warning, drifting silently across the stark, open plains, leaving witnesses in a state of awe and wonder. These encounters are often deeply personal and leave a lasting impression on those who experience them. Imagine being alone in the vast, dark expanse, the only sounds being the whisper of the wind and the rustle of dry grass. Suddenly, a soft glow appears on the horizon. It's not a star, nor is it the moon. It's a light that seems to have a life of its own, a silent companion in the immense emptiness. This is the essence of the Min Min light phenomenon. It's a quiet yet profound interaction with something that defies easy explanation, a whisper of the unknown in a land of ancient secrets. The name Min Min itself is shrouded in a bit of mystery, much like the lights. While it's strongly associated with the old hotel, some reckon the name has deeper roots in local indigenous languages, though its exact meaning is still debated. Whatever its origin, the name has become synonymous with this captivating nocturnal display. It evokes the spirit of the outback, vast, mysterious, and full of stories just waiting to be heard. The lights are a reminder that even in our modern, well-lit world, there are still corners of the planet where nature holds on to its most intriguing and beautiful secrets, just waiting patiently for us to see. The appearance of a Min Min light is as varied as the stories told about it. Witnesses often describe them as fuzzy, luminous orbs floating just above the horizon. They're not sharp points of light like stars. Instead, they've got this soft, hazy quality, almost like a ball of cotton wool that's been set aglow from within. Their size can appear to change, sometimes looking as small as a candle flame from a distance, and at other times growing to the size of a large melon. This shifting size adds to their ethereal and unsettling nature, making them seem both distant and, oddly enough, alarmingly close at the same time. Their colors also vary, adding another layer to their mystique. Most commonly, the lights are reported as being a brilliant white or a soft yellow-green. However, some observers have seen them glow in shades of orange and even red or blue on rare occasions. Sometimes a single light might appear to change its color as it moves, shifting from white to a pale green and back again. This beautiful, silent display of changing colors can be hypnotic, drawing the eye and holding the attention of anyone lucky enough to witness it. The lights seem to be painted by an unseen artist on the black canvas of the night sky. Perhaps the most fascinating aspect of the Min Min lights is their movement. They just don't behave like any conventional light source. They can remain perfectly still for long periods, hovering silently in the darkness. Then, without any warning, they might begin to move. Their dance is often erratic and unpredictable. They can glide smoothly and slowly across the landscape, or they can dart about at incredible speeds, suddenly disappearing only to reappear in a completely different location moments later. This behavior gives them an intelligence, a sense of purpose that many folks find deeply unnerving. The interaction between the lights and their observers is a key part of the legend. Many people who've seen a Min Min light report a strange sensation of being watched. The light often appears to react to their presence. If you move towards it, it might retreat, maintaining a constant distance. If you stop, it might stop as well. Some say the lights are shy, while others claim they're playful, or even a bit mischievous. This interactive behavior is what makes the experience so profound. It transforms a simple observation into a personal encounter with something truly unknown, a silent communication in the heart of the wilderness. When faced with such a persistent mystery, it's only natural for us to seek explanations. The scientific community has put forward several compelling theories to explain the Min-Min lights. One of the most widely accepted ideas is that they are a form of natural mirage known as a fata morgana. This optical phenomenon occurs when layers of air at different temperatures bend light rays. In the outback, the ground cools rapidly after sunset, creating a layer of cold, dense air near the surface with warmer air above it. This could trap and channel light from a distant, unseen source, like the headlights of a car or a campfire over the horizon, making it appear to float and move in the sky. This Fata Morgana theory explains many of the light's characteristics. The bending of a light could account for their fuzzy appearance, their hovering motion just above the ground, and their sudden appearances and disappearances. It could also explain why they seem to follow observers. As the viewer moves, their angle of perception to the distant light source changes, causing the mirage to move as well. However, this explanation does not satisfy everyone. Some sightings have occurred in weather conditions not typically associated with temperature inversions, and some witnesses are adamant that the light's complex and intelligent movements cannot be explained by a simple reflection. Beyond the realm of physics, we find explanations rooted in folklore and spirituality. For many indigenous Australian communities in the regions where the lights appear, they are not a mystery, but a known part of the spiritual landscape. The beliefs vary between different groups, but the lights are often regarded as the spirits of the ancestors. They're seen as guardians of the land, and their appearance is treated with great respect. To approach them or interfere with them would be to show disrespect to the elders who have passed. These cultural explanations provide a deep and meaningful context that has existed long before scientific inquiry began. Other theories fall somewhere between science and folklore. Some have suggested the lights could be caused by bioluminescent creatures, like swarms of insects or glowing fungi, although no such organisms have been found that could produce light of such intensity and behavior. Others have proposed geological origins, such as gases like methane and phosphine igniting as they escape from the ground, a phenomenon known as will-o'-the-wisp. While plausible in some parts of the world, there's little geological evidence to support this in the Australian outback. Each theory, whether scientific or spiritual, adds a fascinating layer to the puzzle, keeping the debate alive. The Min-Min lights are more than just a strange phenomenon. They're woven into the very fabric of Australian outback culture. The stories have been passed down through generations, becoming a modern legend as iconic as any folk tale. These tales are shared around campfires and in the pubs of remote towns, each telling adding a new detail, a new shade of wonder or fear. The lights represent the wild, untamed spirit of the continent, a reminder that there are still forces at play that we do not fully understand. This cultural significance ensures that the mystery is kept alive, cherished as a unique part of Australia's identity. This powerful legend has had a significant impact on the small, remote towns where the lights are most frequently reported. Boulia, a small town in Western Queensland, has proudly proclaimed itself the home of the Min-Min lights. The phenomenon has become central to the town's identity and its economy. Recognizing the public's fascination, the community has embraced the mystery. They have built the Min-Min Encounter, a popular tourist attraction that uses theater and special effects to recreate the experience of a sighting. Tourists now travel thousands of kilometers into the harsh outback, not just for the landscape, but in the hope of catching a glimpse of the real thing. The lights, therefore, do more than just spark curiosity. They breathe life into these isolated communities. Tourism provides vital income and jobs, helping to sustain towns that might otherwise struggle in the difficult economic climate of the remote outback. The mystery of the lights has been transformed into a valuable asset. It draws people from all over the world who in turn support local businesses like hotels, shops, and tour operators. In this way, a ghostly, ethereal light has a very real and tangible effect on the livelihoods of hundreds of people. connecting an ancient mystery to the modern world of commerce. In the end, perhaps the true power of the Min lights lies in the fact that they remain unexplained. Despite all our technology and scientific knowledge, this simple, silent light continues to elude a definitive answer. It challenges our desire for certainty and invites us to simply wonder. It is a mystery that belongs to the vast, dark plains of the outback. Whether they are a trick of the light, the spirits of the ancestors, or something else entirely, the Min lights continue to dance on the horizon, a beautiful and enduring enigma that captures the imagination and reminds us that our world is still full of magic.